2012 Hudson Invite. First up, we're going to have 4 duels today. Hudson will be starting with Division II opponent out of Minnesota, PEM. And I don't even remember all the schools in there. I think it's 3. But we're starting the duel at 106 pounds. For PEM, we got Chase DeFrang, sophomore, taking on sophomore Mitch Fanning to kick off the Hudson Invite here. What's that?
Also the colors were green, right?
Usually we're green, but I have no idea though.
Okay, we'll find out.
Until they score somebody. I would assume home is green, but it's a guess.
Natural word to assume again.
Yeah. No action thus far. Approaching a minute into the match. Fanning goes for a headlock. Does not get it. Went all the way through, he's just got to bring it back. Now he secures the 2, takes 2-0 lead, near fall coming. Fanning looking to kick the Raiders off with a fall here. Fanning could use a win right about now. He's had a tough year so far. Got to get some wins under the belt. It's surprising what a couple wins do to your confidence. Mitch has got, we got 38 seconds left in the first period, a lot of time. I'd like to see Mitch turn his hips down now. Turn his hips down. Get off his hips. Get off his butt. Turn his hips into him. Put more weight on him. Scissor kick. Turn your hips in. Mitch Fanning wins by fall over Chase DeFrang of PEM. That's how we like to start our duels, with a 6-0 lead going into 113 pounds. Where PEM should be sitting out. Again, I'm just going to go off the roster for everybody that we're wrestling today because we don't have an announcer, as you can probably see. We got 3 varsity mats going, and in the other gym, the West Gym, we got 3 JV mats going. But next up, I believe, is going to be junior Sam Eben taking on freshman Matt Koski. Looks like we're looking for a contact. And it looks like they found it. That's always good. Save mom and dad a little bit of money there. Is this Eben? Eben? All right, here we go, 113 pounds. Koski against Eben, freshman against junior. Koski in deep on a single, now he's extended. Now he's got to turn that corner nicely. Picks up his left leg, comes back out of it, no harm.
I wonder if we'll see a cradle here in this match.
I bet we get a look at one. Koski on a single again, looking for a standing cradle right off the bat. I'd like to see him just finish it first. Koski giving up a little bit of height here. He's got to pick hands here and stay up, don't go down. Nice job. Approaching a minute into this minute 13. Approaching a minute into this 113 pound match. Still no score. Koski's been in deep twice on a single, but unable to finish. Koski looks for a blast double. Now he goes right to the headlock. Gets a 2. Koski looking for near fall, looking to put the Raiders up 12-0. Now you see, this is what I was talking about before. Koski's got his hips facing down, all the weight's on. I got to talk to Mr. Fanning about that. Much more pressure this way. A lot more force going down. He's carrying all your weight, and you don't have the risk of being rolled through. You can post with your head. Down to 20 seconds left. See if Koski can get the fall here. One thing I'd like to see Hudson work on this year, we've had a lot of kids on our backs this year, but we've been unable to pin a lot of the kids. Where in the past, we've been accustomed to pinning these kids. We get kids in this position, we need to finish it. Because you never know what can happen in wrestling. And that's the end of the first. Koski's going to take a 5-0 lead into the second with choice. Koski will defer. Eben's going to choose top. My guess is he's a cradler or a leg rider if he wants to go on top. We'll soon see. Koski up quickly, fighting hands, gets the escape. 6-0 now in favor of Koski. Eben looks for a slide by, collar tie slide by. Koski in looking for a fireman. Didn't quite have it tight enough. Didn't have his hips in there deep enough. Looking to finish with the double and nice takedown. That should be 8-1 now. The scoreboard is incorrect, I believe. It should be 8-1. Yep. Ref Dave Black talking to Dave before the mat. I said, Dave, what mat you on? So I don't care. Just be on the Hudson mat. Dave's one of my favorite refs, probably my favorite ref in the area. Gail's pretty good too. I like Gail. Koski hits another head, does get the takedown, no near fall. Got to come with a crossface here. Come with a crossface and get behind. Now he's looking for a little cow catcher here into a bar. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful with that. Dave didn't call it. He didn't put his arm up. Near fall coming. 10-1 now in favor of Koski. 33 seconds to go here in the second. Koski doing a nice job. Chest to chest, on his toes, getting all his weight down. Nice to see. I'm excited to watch this guy grow up and mature through the years. Should be fun.
Grab his wrist right there, Matt.
There it is. Matt Koski wins by fall over Sam Eben of Pem. That'll push the Raiders lead 12-0 now. It'll bring up 120 pounds where Pem's going to send out Justin Amos, senior, to take on senior Nick Nelson for your Raiders.
Good job, Matt. Hey, come here.
All right, here we go, 120 pounds. Nelson taking on Amos of Pem. Nelson in on the single. Pem just kind of bails on it for us, so that was nice. Nelson has a 2-0 lead, looking for the banana splits. Pretty much the only ride he's had this year is that banana splits. And he's looking at it again here. He's got to get down closer to that knee. Amos tries to roll, Granby roll through. Nelson does a nice job. Now Nelson trying to hook an arm here. He's got him nice and flat on the mat. He's got to keep his weight on his shoulders there. You don't want him to get back up to his base like this. Makes it a lot harder. He's got to keep him broke down just like that. Now come with a crossface tilt here. Nelson looking for a cradle. Amos of Pem just got a stalling warning. Nelson looking for the banana splits again. And And we're going to get a restart with 14 seconds to go. Nelson still has a 2-0 lead. That's how the first ends. Nick Nelson takes a 2-0 lead into the second, here at 120 pounds. Amos has choice, defers. Nelson's going to go neutral. I'll try to keep an eye on, well, I can't. I'll try to keep an eye on the left match to see who's winning and losing, but see Boysville's out to my right here. I want to say they're up 9-3, but I'll have to keep an eye on that too. Nelson gets another takedown, takes a 4-0 lead. Yeah, Boysville. Oh, I guess they don't have team scores up. I guess I'm not going to be able to tell you who wins. Nelson looking to cradle. I heard Coach Johnson say, grab a wrist and run a tilt. I totally agree with him. You got to have more than just the banana splits. You're not going to get the banana splits on good kids. You got to look for a crossface tilt. There's a number of different moves you can do with that leg ride in there. And we get a stalemate with 57 seconds to go in the second. Nelson's still up 4-0 here at 120 pounds. Nelson right back at the banana splits. Now right there, if he'd have gave up that left arm crossface, we'd have been talking near fall. Nelson trying to bar him up. Does. Now he's got to let that leg go. Now he's looking to double. He's got to come out to the side and run that. He's got a short time here. Not enough time to try to get the double. I could be wrong. And that's the end of the second. Nelson will take a 4-0 lead in the third and final period here at 120. Amos is going to choose top. Amos looking for the cradle. If you recall last year, I think we got pinned 4, 5, 6 times in a row in this darn move. The good news is right now, Nelson, even if he gives up 3 near fall, we got a 1-point lead. He's just got to stay out of the pin, but he does have a minute 23 to go. Oh no. Nelson's in a lot of trouble here, and there it is. Nelson totally dominates this match and gives up a pin in the third period. Not what we like to see. Apparently we have not learned our lessons from last year. Well, the team score now is 12-6 in favor of Raiders. It'll bring up 126 pounds, where we're going to see Jordan Getchman out of Pem taking on freshman Sawyer Massey. Hopefully that's the last cradle pin we see. Hopefully we learn something by that.
This will be the last attempt, I'm sure.
It won't be the last attempt, that I guarantee you. Here we are, 126. Freshman against senior, freshman out of Hudson. To my knowledge, Pem, they're not ranked in the guillotine, and I did not see any ranked individuals either. I'm looking for a double underhook. Sawyer trying to go with a slide by here from that double underhook. He's darn close, but he's also darn close to giving it up. And there it is. Getchman takes a 2-0 lead. Massey's got 55 seconds here to get up and get out of here and get another takedown of his own. Getchman throws in the leg, trying to turn Massey's hips here. Massey looks like he may have learned something from Nelson's match, keeping that hand, not allowing Getchman to look for that cradle. But at some point, you got to get to your base and get out of there. Now he gets his restart. He's got to explode out of there. Explode out of there. Got to keep his shoulders up and his head up. Most importantly, keep that head up. Massey comes up, looking to pick hands, trying to get hip separation here. And we're going to get another restart with 16 seconds to go here in the first at 126. Final 5 seconds here in the first. Still no change, still 2-0. And that's how we're going to end the first period. Getchman out of Pem has a 2-0 lead over Massey. Massey has choice. He's going to defer. Getchman's going to start the second here, 126 on the bottom. Getchman does a Granby roll. 3-0 now in favor of Getchman. Each wrestler's got a hook in. Massey trying to use that hook into a single. And we get a restart with 1:33 to go. Looks like we got our first blood time of the duel. All right, here we are back. 1:33 to go here in 126, second period. Getchman of Pem still holds a 3-0 lead after that blood time. Getchman working a Russian on Massey, trying to work a Russian on Massey with elbow control. If Massey wants to stay in this match, he really needs a takedown here in this period. Massey trying to slide by, That's 2. There it is. He gets her on the edge of the mat. Nice slide by Massey. Getchman still holds a 3-2 lead now. Let's see if he can ride him a little bit here. The last time he did a Granby roll. One good way to deal with that Granby roll is let him go. And as soon as he comes out of the roll, you grab him again. No loss of control. Seen it on Iowa and Ohio State. That was pretty slick. The guy said, "You want to roll? Go ahead and roll." Yeah. The guy never got close to getting away. All right, Massey's got to give up one here, not two. One, not two. We still got 40 seconds left. He's got to back out of here now. Just stand up, back out, give him his one. And Massey does give up two. 5-2 now with 20 seconds to go here in the second. That's not what we needed in this point in the match. Looking for a crossbody tilt, and we do not get it. That's how the second ends. Getchman will has a 5-2 lead. Going into third and final period, Massey's going to start on bottom. He's been ridden thus far for 2 periods, so he's going to have to explode out of there. Been trying to run the bar on Massey. Massey doing a good job of staying out of it. Right on the edge of that, minute 12 to go. Massey's still down 5-2. He's got the bounce, needs to get a restart here. He needs to get up, got to come up and out of there. He has any hope of winning this match. And it looks like we got a little blood time. All right, we're back after the blood time, still minute 9 to go. Massey needs to get up and out of there. Massey up to his feet, looking at hand control, turning in, rolls through. He's got to get out of here. He's got to get out of here. He's got to get one. Don't worry about the two at this point. Get one. We need 3, so get your one. He got out of position, and Getchman does regain control on the edge of the mat, and we'll get another restart. Still 45 seconds. Still got plenty of time. Massey up to his feet, looking for hand control. Getchman takes him right back down. Nearing the end of the match here. Hudson's going to give up 2 in a row here. There's our first decision of the duel. Jordan Getchman out of Pem wins by a score of 5-2 over Sawyer Massey of your Raiders. Team score now is 12-9. It's going to bring up 132, where we should be seeing sophomore Brady Norton taking on junior CJ Steiner. Steiner could use a big win here too. He's had a rough couple of weeks here. Needs to get a win and get some confidence under his belt. Start wrestling. Good day to go 4-0. Steiner goes in on a nice looking high crotch. Let's see if he can finish this. He's got to know where he's at. Switches to a double. Now if he would have just looked for that half when he took him down there, I'd have been happier. We got to try to start stringing these moves together. Chain wrestling. Center does have a 2-0 lead though. Center's got to be careful. Goes to his hip. Norton turns into him. Got to try to get his hip back out and come back around. And we get a stalemate with 1:25 to go. Still 2-0. We have a new ref out there. I don't know if they're going to switch off during duels or if Dave just had to run to the restroom. Typically, you don't see him switch during the duel.
Keep that wizard here, CK.
Norton up to his feet, trying to get the escape. Steiner's got a wizard in.
Just keep going left. Keep the wizard. Keep screwing it out.
Steiner still has a leg there. He's got to keep that leg.
Turn into him.
He's got to keep trying to turn in, trying to face him, At least trying to get a stalemate here.
CK, you got to turn your head into him. What's your knee? What's your knee there,
Down to the final 40 seconds here of the first. It's still 2-1 in favor of Steiner. Nope, Norton was awarded the reversal. 3-2 now, and he has the cradle on Steiner. I know he got at least a 2 count off there. No, he got a 3 count. 6-2 now in favor of Norton out of PEM.
Cradle you up again here. Cradle you up. Let's look at his hand.
That's the end of the first period. Norton out of PEM has a 6-2 lead over Steiner. Norton has choice, defers. Steiner goes down to start the second here at 132 pounds. Steiner quickly up to his feet. Norton trying to throw the cradle in right away. CJ's got to stay on his feet there. Everybody in this gym knows the cradle's coming, except Hudson, it seems. Steiner on his feet, trying to fight hands on the edge of the mat. Trying to get hand control and turn his hips into him. And we're going to get a restart with 1:29 to go here. Second period, 132 pounds. Steiner does get to sit out 6-3 now. Now he's got to go to work. Yeah, nice high crotch here in the first. Let's see another shot here. Looks for the high crotch, but no setup. Oh, all they had to do was pass the arm there and to go behind. Oh, a little quickness going there. Down to 50 seconds to go here in the second. Still 6-3 in favor of Norton out of PEM. Norton goes in on the single. Steiner cross-facing hard, trying to sprawl out. He's got to keep cross-facing hard. He's on the edge of the mat. Know where you're at. That was better. Norton looks a little frustrated here. That's a good time for Steiner to go after him. Steiner in on the low single. He's got to come up right away with that. You can't hesitate. You can't sit there. Still in a scramble situation here, and we get potentially dangerous with 14 seconds to go. All right, CJ's got 14 seconds to get a takedown. He's got to get one here. Norton looks for an ankle pick. Steiner looking to get one here at the end of the period. He's got to go, got to go, got to go. Just sitting on that leg ain't going to do it, though. Oh, he gave it to him. Oh, I don't know if I'd have given it to him. It looked like he had his left foot out of bounds, but I'll take it. 6-5 going into the third here. Norton's going to start the third and final period here, 132 pounds on bottom with a 1-point lead. Steiner looking for a tilt here. That's at least a 2 count. There's a 2 count. Let's get a 3 count. He's got to be careful. Got to be careful. Don't give nothing up. We got a 2 count. So as we stand right now, we have a 7-6 lead. But Norton's looking for a reversal here, and he's darn close to getting it. Steiner's got to hang on to that leg. Minute 25 to go here. Hudson's looking for a stalemate here. Oh, there the takedown was awarded. Now it's 8-7 in favor of Norton. CJ just needs to get an escape here to tie it up. Here comes the cradle. All right, Steiner's got 50 seconds. He's got to go here, got to go. Norton looking for a ball and chain. CJ up to his base, getting up to his feet. Norton looking for a standing cradle. And he gets it. 10-7 now in favor of Norton with 23 seconds to go here in the match. Coming up on the final 5 seconds of the match here. And that's how it's going to end. Brad Norton of Pem wins by a score of 10-7 over CJ Steiner. That's going to tie this duel up here at 12 apiece, going into 138 pounds. Well, Hudson started fast with a couple of pins, and now Pem has rattled off 3 wins in a row to tie this duel up. Next up, we're going to see sophomore Jacob Stuckey out of Pem taking on junior Nick Johnson.
This is Brenton Ring.
Pardon me?
This is Brenton Ring.
Brenton
Ring.
Ray?
Ring.
Ring. Got him. Looks like we're going to have sophomore Brenton Ring in there with Johnson. Johnson with a quick takedown. Looking for a guillotine here. Just got to slow down here. Johnson looking for a tilt here. Looking for a little ball and chain tilt. See if he can get it. Just trying to dig that arm out. And we're going to get a restart. 47 seconds to go. Still 2-0 in favor of Johnson. Good time to stop the bleeding here. Get a nice victory out of Johnson. Ring comes up to his feet. Johnson grabs an ankle, trying to take him back down. We go out of bounds, another restart with 32 seconds to go here in the first period. 138 pounds. Hudson trying to roll the wrist under. Back to that ball and chain. If you can't get the ball and chain, there you go. Just hook into a little bar tilt there out of that ball and chain. And that's how the first can end. Johnson will take a 2-0 lead with choice, defers. Ring will guess and go down. And does. Start second period here, 138 pounds. Duel all tied up, 12 apiece. Johnson looking to put the Raiders back up on top. Wrestlers on the edge of the mat. Not a good spot for the position Johnson's in. Hard to turn somebody in that position, and we'll get a restart. Minute 35 to go in the second. Still 2-0 favor Johnson. Ring looks to sit, switch on him. Johnson does a nice job of following. He's got the leg back in again, trying to spiral him out here. Look for that cross face. There you go, cross face tilt here. Goes back to that ball and chain. I'd almost like to see Johnson cut him here and try to get something off of a scramble, off of a takedown. Johnson's rode him pretty much for 3 minutes here, has been unable to even come close to turning him. Let's go back to our neutral and see what we can generate from our feet. Coming up on the final 20 seconds. Pretty uneventful second period. Not much has really happened. Not much to talk about. We get it potentially dangerous and restart with 12 seconds to go here in the second. That's how the second ends, still 2-0. Let's hope Hansen here puts some neutral. Yes, good, good, good. We've already seen 3 minutes of riding. See if Nick can take him back down. Goes in for a nice looking ankle pick. Let's see if he can finish. Let's come up, I'll post one of those legs down, hip in, get hip separation here, and score. Nicely done by Johnson. Nicely done. I'd let him go again. We need some team points here. As is with a minute 33 to go in the match. Johnson's up 4-0. Johnson's got to run that half. Run that half. Got to let the leg go if he wants to run the half, though. And we get a full Nelson call. Ring will get a point out of that. 4-1 now in favor of Johnson. Johnson's still trying to work that crossbody ride. No luck. No luck with any turns here, so it's still 4-1. Coming up on the final 40 seconds of the third period here. 138 pounds. I'd like to see him try a 2-on-1 tilt here. Johnson's got to be careful here. Gets to his hip. Ring trying to hip over. Use that. Use that and stack them. No, and he gives up a reversal right at the end. Final 10 seconds, but he's still down by, only down by 1. Ring goes right into the cradle. Johnson's got to be darn careful here. Oh, we got lucky on that one. As it ends up, Nick Johnson wins by a score of 4-3 over Brenton Ring of Pem. That'll regain the lead for the Raiders. I can talk this early in the morning. 15-12 in favor of the Raiders over Pem, bringing up 145 pounds. Where now I don't know who we're going to see. Who's this?
Ryan Kotchad.
Okay. Looks like we're going to see sophomore Ryan Kotchad taking on, who we got here? Cal Johnson, 145 pounds. Kotchad takes an early 2-0 lead. Kotchad looking for that cradle. Johnson's got to keep your head up. Got to keep his head up. Keeps his head up, they're not going to get the cradle on him. Still trying to work that cradle. That's the only pinning combination we've seen out of this team in 2 years. Looking for the cross-face cradle. Johnson's got to keep his head up, get back to his base. Under the final 30 seconds here at 145 pounds, still 2-0 in favor of Kotchad out of Pem over Johnson of the Raiders. Kotchad looking for a near side cradle. And that's how the first is going to end. Kotchad out of Pem takes a 2-0 lead in the second period here. Boy, go neutral. Don't go down. Oh no, we're going to go down. Johnson trying to come to his feet. Kotchad throws a leg in. looking for a 3-quarter. Haven't seen one of them in a while at high school level. Minute in, Costed still riding Johnson tough here. I know we got to work to get better off the bottom, but we still want to put yourself in a position to score some points too. Chad looking for that cradle still. Crossface cradle, and Johnson brings his left knee up. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Down under 30 seconds here in the second at 1:45. Up on the final 5 seconds. Cosset still trying to get that crossface cradle, and that is how the second's going to end. 2-0 in favor of Cosset. Sure, he's going to take top. So we've seen 4 minutes of riding. Hope to see 6 minutes of riding. Johnson's got to come up hard and get some hand control. Get some hand control. Come up hard. Fight hands. Fight hands. Fight hands. Get hip separation. Hip separation. Turn in. That's better. That's better. Get some action. You got to want it here. Got to want it here. Got to have 2 moves in your mind right now. Right on the whistle. That's not one of them. Johnson's up, looking for hand control. Gotta come back up, back up right away. Still riding tough. Johnson doing a good job of fighting the cradle off. Everybody in the gym knows it's coming. But to give himself a chance to win here, he's got to get up and get an escape here. We get a stalling on Koschad with 44 seconds to go. Johnson's still in this match here. He's got to come up with a move here. He's got to want it. Koschad looking for a ball and chain here. Something other than a cradle. It's the first time we've seen that today. Cal not in a good position right here, belly down on the mat. Now he gets back up to his base, but we're coming up on the final 15 seconds of this 145-pound match. And that is how it's going to end. Ryan Koschad of Penn wins by a score of 2-0 over Cal Johnson of your Raiders. That will tie this duel up at 15 apiece, going into 152 pounds, where I'm not sure who we're going to see now that Penn has kind of shuffled their lineup a little bit here. do you got here?
Thomas Miller.
Miller. We're going to have Thomas Miller, Jr., out of Pem, taking on senior Austin Koski. All right, we're kind of hitting the meat of our lineup here. Let's see if these guys can go out there and get some big old pins for us and put this duel away. Pem has taken 4 out of the last 5 matches here. Austin looks for a good head and arm. That's nope. Austin's got to be careful here. Now once he picks the head up, oh, he could have threw it right there. Miller in on a single on Koski. Koski throws in the Wizard, fighting hard. Wizard and crossface. Koski does almost got out of this here. You got to keep his hips back though. Don't bring your hips back in. Like to see Koski here, just take him off the mat. Take him off the mat and get a restart. It's going to be pretty hard to go behind here without going out of bounds. Get a restart. And we do get a restart with 36 seconds to go here in the first period. 152 pounds. We've also hit our first ranked wrestler of the Raiders. I think Koski has dropped down to, Austin Koski's ranked 10th right now at 145 pounds. Wrestling 152 here in this match, but he is a 10th ranked wrestler in Division 1. And that is how the first period is going to end. Koski and Miller knotted up at 0 apiece going into the second period here. Koski the first, Miller's going to start on the bottom. Miller tries a little Granby roll. Koski does a nice job hanging on. Close to getting a 2 count. Koski trying to dig out the arm. Miller bases back up, fights it off. Miller was thinking about another Granby roller. I wish he would have tried that time. I think Koski would have caught him on his back there. Go. That's just what I want him to do. Did we get a 2 count? We did. We did get a 2 count. Koski takes a 2-0 lead now with a minute to go here in the second. Koski goes to a deep waist into a coffee grinder. He's got to drive forward here. Driving forward. Look, now he's going to bar it up. Koski looking for a farmer's bar. Now he's looking for a bar. Miller had a hold of Koski's, one of his wrists. Stopped that bar attempt. Koski right back to that bar. Now he's got the bar in deep. Let's see if he can turn him here. We're down to 20 seconds. Koski with another tilt. Did we get another 2 count out of it? That will be the end of the second hit here at 152 pounds. Austin Koski takes a 2-0 lead in the third with choice. It's going to go on the bottom. to his feet. Fighting hands, turning in. Now if he can come with a good crossface wizard here. Good crossface wizard. Close to an escape here, real close. We can throw that left leg back. He should get his escape. There it is. Should be one there. Ref has not given it yet. Now he gives it. 3-0 now in favor of Koski with a minute 20 to go here. This third and final period at 152 pounds. Koski secures the takedown, has a 5-0 lead, looking for near fall. Koski looking for a fall. We really need a fall here. Miller, you gotta be careful. Koski hips back over, frog legs. He's gotta hook the arm. Koski gotta take that wrist, that left wrist right to Miller's head. Now turn that into a head and arm, Now he switches just like we were talking before. Nicely done. Come on, Austin, he's got 30 seconds to go here. Oh, he's close, we can see it. Oh, he's so close. Down to the final 10 seconds. There it is. That's a fall right there. That's a fall. There it is. Austin Koski wins by fall over Thomas Miller of Pem. There's a little bit of breathing room we've been looking for. Raiders now lead by a score of 21-15. Going into 160 pounds, where I think we're going to see senior Jacob Mayhorter taking on senior Sam Green. Dylan Nelson wrestled in this spot Thursday. Thought we'd see him today. But Sam looks like he's taking the mat for the Raiders, 160 pounds. See if he can extend this Raider lead. In on a single. Horder, I should say. May Horder. And we get a potentially dangerous with a minute 30 to go. No score. Green looked for a high crotch there. Both wrestlers with an underhook tie here. And we get a restart with 59 seconds to go. In for a blast double. Mayhorter fights it off. Mayhorter goes in for an arm throw, gets it, takes a 2-0 lead with 47 seconds to go in the first. Has a bar, trying to run the bar on the right side of Sam here. Sam's got to get that left arm out, but then he brings it right back into him, right where Mayhorter wants it for wrist control. Green doing a nice job of hipping away. Now Mayhorter looking for the cradle. Green's got to know it's coming. Now Mayhorter into an arm bundle. Green comes up to his base. Got to be careful. Mayhorter's baiting him to do that too. Coming up on the end of the first here. And that's the end of the first. Jacob Mayhorter out of Pem has a 2-0 lead over Sam Green. Mayhorter's got choice, going to defer. Green goes neutral. All right, let's see if Sam get a takedown of his own here and tie this matchup. 160 pounds. Raiders with a 21-15 lead. Drive in. There you go. Let's see if Sam can ride him. 1-2. Match is all tied up. Now Mayhorter takes a 3-2 lead. Sam's got to stay in good position. That's the second time Mayhorter's tried that cheap throw. Green goes in on a nice blast double. Nice takedown by Sam. Real nice takedown. Now he's got to ride. You can't just sit there. You got to ride. You got to work. He lets him go. Now we're all tied up at 4 apiece. I really would like to have seen Sam try to break him down and ride a little bit there, put some time off that clock. Drive in, drive in, drive in. You gotta be careful. Out of bounds we go, still tied up at 4 apiece, 58 seconds to go here in the second period, 160 pounds. Green making the match out of it. Come on, Sam. I don't think Sam's gotten the varsity win yet this year, so it'd be a good win. Good time to start. Green takes a nice takedown, takes a 6-4 lead. Now he's got to move, he's got to ride. What? He's going to cut him. Green's going to cut him. 6-5 with 43 seconds to go in the first. Ooh, gotta be careful. There it is. Mayhorter takes the 7-6 lead now with near fall coming. It's gonna be 10-6 now. Sam's he's got to scoot his hips to him. He's got to get his hips and go with him. Go with him. No, don't turn into it. Don't turn into it. There he goes. We do have 3 near falls. Sam's got to get up, try to get out of there. Trailing by a score of 10-6 now. And that's how the second ends. Mayhorter of Pelham has a 10-6 lead. Green's going to cut him, so it's going to be 11-6 in this third and final period.
Let's watch this throw again.
That's the only shot he's done. Sam's got to know what's coming. That blast doubles worked real nice a couple of times. Let's do it again. Now he's got to cut him. Now you cut him. 11-8, 12-8 now.
Circle. There it is.
There's 2. 12-10. Green's got to cut him. Come around out in front. You got to be careful. You know he's going to throw. Mayhorter secures his own takedown, so it'll be 15-10 now with a minute and a half to go in this third and final period. And 3 near fall. 18-10 now in favor of Mayhorter. That is a major. That is a major decision, so Green has got to get up and get out of here and at least get 1 point and keep it to a decision, not a major decision. The way this match is going, anything can happen. We've still got a minute 10 to go. Nothing saying Green can't pin him. Mayhorter does look to be getting gassed a little bit out there. Explode out of here and go after him and look for that half Nelson on that blast double. Keep hip separation, turn in. All right, give it up. Now come back up. Back up. Hip separation. Get hip separation. There you go. Green back on a nice blast double, and we go out of bounds. 13-11 now in the final 30 seconds, I should say, not 13. Green comes in, another blast double, and we go out of bounds with 15 seconds. All right, Sam just does not have to get taken down right now and just lose by decision instead of a major decision. And that is how it's going to end. Jacob Mayhorter wins by a score of 18-11 over Sam Green. That's going to close the gap on the Raiders, 21-18 now in favor of the Raiders. Brings up 170 pounds, where we know we're going to see senior and third-ranked Dima Hawksford taking on Isaac or Jacob?
Jacob.
Taking on senior Jacob Wurst out of PEM. Raiders holding on to a slim 3-point lead here, but I think these next two weights, hopefully we pull 12 points out away from them here. Let's make it 15 points after the next two. Demon and a nice looking blast double right on the edge of the mat. 2-0, 2-1 now. Dima cuts him. Dima goes in for another nice looking blast double. When he goes in that blast double there, that right half is right there. Right there. Got to start looking for that. 4-2 now in favor of Hawksford. Even on a single, another takedown, 6-2. 6-3 now in favor of Hawksford. Minute 10 to go here in the first. Dima goes for a super duck. Now look for the half. Gotta start looking for that chain wrestling. 8-4 now, minute to go here. 10-5. Bear hug him right to his back. I think it's 12-6 now. 14-7, I believe. Final 35 seconds of the first here, 170 pounds. Coach Hansen told Dima, we need a pin here. Let's see what Dima does. He's going to go over an underhook and try to toss him. And we'll get a restart with 29 seconds to go. 14-7 is the score here in the first period, 170 pounds. Team goes in, another blast double, 16-7 now. Final seconds here of the first, and that's the end of the first period. Hawksford has a 16-7 lead going into the second with choice. Going to defer. Wurst is going to take top. Wonder why he wants a top. What's your guess, Joe? I think he wants to cradle. Don't think there's much of a chance he's going to cradle Dima, but let's see if he tries. Dima does a nice job, 17-7 now. Hawksford in and another blast double, 19-7. Dima's going to alternate start, see what he does. If he lets him go, he does. 19 to 8. Minute 50 to go in the second period. My guess Dima's going to look for a throw here. Try to finish this match off with a fall. Nice head snap, looking for a go behind, gets it, 21-8.
Again, you could have sunk a half one right there. It was there.
I remember to mention that after the duel. 21-9, minute 35 to go. Dima looks for the head and arm and ends up giving up a takedown. 21 to 11 now. Dima rolls through, gets a reversal. 23 to 11. I'd like to see Dima get a little serious here now. Ride this guy out, put a half in, turn him, and finish off with a fall. What he's doing here. Oxford has a 23-11 lead. Looking for a spladle, I think is what he's looking for, but Worse has a hold of Dima's one leg. Now he goes into a cradle. Got to be careful here. Now right into a half. Oxford looking to cradle. Final 10 seconds of the second period. Oxford has a 23-11 lead here still. And that will be the end of the second period. 23-11 going in the third. Oxford has choice. I'm sure he'll go neutral. Oxford's got to be careful here. He's got a 12-point lead. I know we want 6 points, not 5 points for a tech fall. Not that there's anything wrong with a tech fall, but in a close duel like this, we need every team point we can get. Oxford obviously is the superior wrestler here in this match. So let's finish it off with a fall. Dima getting a little sloppy out there. And we get a stalemate with 1:34 to go. Oxford just hit with his second stalling. That's 1 point red, so Oxford now has a 23-12 lead. 25-12 now in favor of Oxford. I think the first warning, the referee is saying that Oxford took him down and let him go too many times, or had him on his back and didn't pin him. I'm not exactly sure what the rule is anymore. Used to be a rule he had 3 or 4 and then it was a stalling on you, but I don't know what the rule is this year on that. Either way, there's 1:16 to go in this third and final period. Oxford still with a 25-12 lead. Thank you. Oxford trying to dig out an arm. Now he's up in the front head. And we get a stalemate. 46 seconds to go.
Chris.
Oxford goes to a front half. Dima lets him go. 25-13. Oxford's got to get going here. He's down in the final 30 seconds. If we ain't going to pin him, we got to at least tech fall him. He's only up by 12, so he needs 3 takedowns here to tech fall him. quite sure what Dima's doing here. He's trying to look for the spladle, but he's got a hold of his leg, so that spladle's not going to work. That is the end of it. 25-13 in favor of Hawksford. Major decision for your Raiders. Team score now is 25-18.
Gotta work for those pins.
It's going to bring up 182 pounds, where Pem should be sending out Bradley Schultz, sophomore, to take on third-ranked senior for your Raiders, Derek Schindler. £182. Hudson has a 25-18 lead here. Looking for a single. And finishes 2-0 lead in favor of Schindler. Schindler looking to cut him. Does. 2-1 now in favor of Schindler. Derek looking for his moneymaker fireman's, I'm sure. It's his go-to move. Right back into a deep single. 4-1 now in favor of Schindler. Boy, the crossface cradle's right there. Schindler looking for a cradle. I would love to see Hudson throw a cradle on right here. 4-2 now. Schindler cuts him. Minute to go here in the first period. 182. (6-2) now in favor of Schindler. Schindler looking to cradle again. Near side cradle. On the edge of the mat, going to be tough to get, and we'll get a restart with 40 seconds to go here in the first.
Third ref in this match so far.
Yeah. It's got to be the most refs I've seen in a dual meet. It's our third ref. Usually they rotate, per duel, not usually during the duel. So they're running a deep waist here, looking to possibly bar. Now looking for possible cradle again. He's got the hand posted. Now he's going for the crossface cradle. Getting short on time. Let's try to at least get a couple near falls here. Schultz does a nice job of fighting out of it, and it looks to be the way we're going to end this first period. And that is how it ends. Schindler has a 6-2 lead going into the second period. Schultz defers. Schindler's going to go down to start the second period. Derek quickly up to his feet, looking for hand control. Trying to get hip separation here. Does a nice job, gets the reversal. 8-2 now in favor of Schindler. 8-3 after Derek cuts him. Derek in with a double underhook. Like to see him use that. Could have went to a slide by there. Schindler looking for a head and arm. Ugly looking head and arm, but it works. 10-3, Schindler looking for the fall here. He's got a minute 23 seconds to go. I fully expect Derek to finish us off here with a fall. Show some of that senior leadership and get the pin when you need it. There it is. Derek Schindler wins by fall over Bradley Schultz of Pem. 31-18 now in favor of Raiders, bringing up 195 pounds. Or I believe Pem will be sending out junior Elijah Brewer, taking on sophomore Max Gerke. Yep, Max Gerke's heading out for your Raiders. go, 195. Junior Brewer out of Pem taking on sophomore Gerke for your Raiders. Raiders with a 31-18 team point lead. Going into the final 3 matches. Duel still, Hudson has not put the duel away yet. 3 pins here is 18 points. It'd be 36 and we end up losing by 5. Nice scramble we got going here. Back to our feet. Nice little scramble for 195. Gerke looking for a little wrist control, elbow ties. Nicely done by Gerke. 2-point takedown, near fall coming. Gerke looking to pin here. On his toes, chest to chest. There it is. Max Gerke wins by fall over Elijah Brewer of Pem. 37-18 now in favor of your Raiders, bringing up 220 pounds. Pem should be sending out Dustin Finley Jr. to take on Hudson's 9th ranked junior, Elliot Motu. All right, 220 pounds. Both wrestlers had underhooked, bear hug. Motu just drives right through that and wins by fall over Dustin Finley. 43 now to 18. Hudson putting this duel away, or actually did put this duel away.
He wasn't going to fall for that one.
Brings up the last match of this duel, 285 pounds. Pem will be sending out senior Nolan Folkert to take on the honorable mention ranked junior Matthias Tobin for your Raiders. Let's see if we can end with another fall here. Hudson's put a string of 1, 2, 3, 4 wins in a row. Let's make it 5 in a row. We'll be good.
Duel.
Next one's
St. Paul Harding, so we should be good.
heavyweight here. First 30 seconds in, no score. Both wrestlers just kind of feeling each other out. Tobin looks to be giving up a good 20 pounds and a few inches to this Pem kid. Minute into this heavyweight match, still no score, no real shot attempt yet either. Just as I say that, now we got a crossface here. We got a crossface spin here. Trying to go behind. He's got to reach back and crossface here. So got to be careful. Not a good position for the heavyweights. There we go. Now crossface spin. There's what he had to do. 2-0 now with 34 seconds to go. Tobin throws in the leg, looking for a power half here. And we get it potentially dangerous and a restart with 27 seconds to go. Tobin doing a nice job. He's got the Volkert broken down on the mat. Now he's got to start digging for wrist, arm. Looking for a pinning combination here. That's all the first ends. Tobin takes a 2-0 lead in the second. Tobin defers. Volkert's going to go down.
Hope they don't start right away.
All right, second period. Tobin looking to do a crossbody crab ride. Got to be careful here. Tobin does a nice job of rolling through. Got my heart beating a little bit there anytime you roll across your back, especially the bigger guys.
Stop easy.
Yeah. More weight to carry through that. Power half right there. Power half. Power half. Tobin's got the leg in, looking for a power half. Just got to keep coming. Keep coming. Keep it coming. Just keep coming. It'll come. There we go. Now throw the half in. Throw the half in. There it is. Tobin looking for the fall. There it is. Thias Tobin wins by fall over Nolan Volkert out of Pem. Final score of the Hudson-Pem duel, your Raiders 49, Pem 18. Next up for the Raiders will be St. Paul Harding.
Ron.
All right, here we go, Raider fans, in our second duel of the 2012 Raider Invite. Hudson is taking on St. Paul Harding. Not quite organized here yet. Give me a second. Harding is up by a score of 2-0 over your Raiders. Looks like we're starting this duel at 113 pounds. I believe we got Kinnan Thacker, sophomore, taking on freshman Matt Koski for your Raiders. So the score is 2-0 in favor of Thacker. Thacker trying to dig an arm out here.
Trap it. Trap it.
Thacker now looking for a cradle on Koski.
Off your knees and drive, Keenan. Off your knees and drive.
Oop. You know, I had a sweatshirt out and I had two shirts on and I ain't gonna need it. You think I'd learn?
Yeah, right. I was gonna say.
Always cold in this corner. Thatcher does have a near fall coming. Turn Koski here with 13 seconds to go in the first. Koski does belly back down, but is trailing by a score of 5-0 with 8 seconds to go here in the first period at 113 pounds. Again, Hudson taking on St. Paul Harding. First match of this duel, 113 is where we're starting. I believe Boyceville beat St. Paul Harding in their first duel of this tournament. And that's the end of the first. Thacker has a 5-0 lead. That's got to look for hand control here. Look for hand control. He's not going to get that switch when he's got his wrist controlled. He's in danger of getting put to his back. He's got to be careful. Get your hips under you, get hand control, and get out of there. Switches come out of scrambles or a standing switch. Rarely at the high school level you get a switch off the whistle. Not when you got two good wrestlers going. Looks like Thacker's going to cut Koski to 5-1, I'm sorry. Thacker goes for a shot, Koski catches him. Still 5-1, 48 seconds to go here, this opening match. Koski looks for a head and arm. Gotta get it, gotta get it, gets it. Koski looking for a fall here. Koski was trailing by a score of 5-1. He should be up by 6-5 at worst. But like we were talking before, Raiders get the guy on their back. We gotta learn how to finish this with a fall. Got it, there it is! Matt Koski wins by fall over Kenan Thacker of St. Paul Harding. That's how we started the last match, and that's how we ended the last match. Raiders take an early 6-0 lead, bringing up 120 pounds. Harding's going to be sending out Ervado Marino, sophomore, taking on senior Nick Nelson. So cold in this corner, my nose is running. Oh, we got a forfeit at 120. Team score is 12-0 now in favor of Raiders. Brings up 126, and we should be seeing Marcelius Ifalaja, freshman, taking on freshman Sawyer Massey. Ifalaja. At least that's what I'm going to go with here. Nobody around to tell me different. Not quite sure where St. Paul Harding is. Obviously it's in St. Paul, but what part of St. Paul? So 126. We got two freshmen going at it out here. Massey in on a single. Finishes 2-0 now in favor of Massey. Massey looking for a Turk. Gets a Turk. Got wrist control. Looking for an arm bundle possibly here. Take that right into a half. Take that right into a half. Massey back with the deep waist, looking to roll a wrist. Very nice. Massey looking for the fall, has a 5-0 lead, looking to finish with a pin. There it is. Sawyer Massey wins by fall over Marcelius Ifalaja. 18-0 now in favor of your Raiders. It's going to bring up 132 pounds, where Harding's going to send out junior David Yang to take on junior CJ Steiner. Here we go, 132 pounds.
Now it's time for CJ to get on the ball.
Yeah, it is.
So good.
Yang takes a shot. Nope, got one. Steiner sprawls, looking to run a front quarter. Crossface that hard. Steiner takes an early 2-0 lead with a minute 40 to go here in the first. 132 pounds. there. Into a half. We never look for that half. We already got wrist control. Look for the half right there. He is going for the arm bundle, which is all right too, but it's a lot easier when the half is right there. Steiner does have near fall coming.
Get off your elbow. Get that hand back.
Steiner has a, nope, 4-point lead, 4-0. More near fall coming for CJ. CJ obviously looking for the fall here. Let's make it 4 in a row, or 3 in a row. We did have a forfeit in there. Under 20 seconds here in the first. And that is how the first is going to end. Steiner's going to take a 7-0 lead into the second period here at 132 pounds. Yang defers. Steiner or Hudson's going to start down. Steiner up, looking for hand control, trying to get hip separation. He's got all kinds of separation. Turn in there. Steiner does get a reversal. 9-0. Steiner looking to bar.
Nelson was wide open.
Steiner bar him up. Now he's got to sit back. He's got to bring that right hip up over that shoulder. There he goes. That should do it. There it is. CJ Steiner wins by fall over David Yang of Harding. 24-0. Favor your Raiders. Should bring up 138 pounds. We should see Junior Joe Vu taking on Junior Nick Nelson. Nelson looking for Johnson at 3/4. Gets into the scramble, does secure the first takedown. Johnson can pull his right arm through and go into a power half here, or rotate his hips up top and throw the half in. But we get a restart, minute 22 to go. Johnson leading by a score of 2-0. Johnson looking for a cradle, Johnson looking for a fall, there it is. Got lots of time, just got to settle down here. Take his time, stack them up. There it is. Nick Johnson wins by fall over Junior Joe Vu of Harding. 30-0 in favor of your Raiders. On paper here, it looks like Harding's going to be forfeiting 45, but we'll wait and see. Looks like they are sending a wrestler to the table. So I'm not sure who this is going to be for Harding at 45, but I do know who the Raiders are sending. They're sending out Junior Cal Johnson. Cal 0-1 for the tournament. Let's see if he can make it 1-1 now. Cal in, a nice looking single. Lets him go 2-1. Now in favor of Johnson's got to use that right into a half, right there. And we'll get a restart with 1:38 to go. 4-2. Cal goes in looking for a high cross, switches to a single, gets a takedown, 6-2. Cal just got to drive into that one. 8-3 now in favor of Johnson. 1:10 to go here in the first. Kelvin. I hear a first name of Kelvin. I don't see a Kelvin on their roster, so.
Kelvin, I
Up.
Johnson, the half is right there. Left arm half. And we'll go out of bounds with 49 seconds to go. 8-3 still in favor of Johnson. Near fall coming for Johnson. That should do it. There it is. Cal Johnson wins by fall over Harding. 36-0 now in favor of your Raiders, bringing up 152 pounds. Where I believe Harding's going to send out junior Toe Lee, taking on senior Austin Koski. Well, looks like we're going to get a forfeit. Koski takes a forfeit for the Raiders. That'll put Koski 2-0 on the day. And a 42-0 lead. Bring up 160 pounds, or the roster says we're going to see junior Jacob Johnson for Harding taking on senior Sam Green. Looks like Sam Green's going to take a forfeit. 48-0 now. We bring up 170. It looks like Harding does have a wrestler over there. They got two wrestlers listed, so we'll have to listen for our first name. Whoever it is, he's put together. For your Raiders, you have senior Dima Hawksford, third-ranked wrestler in the state, Division I, 170 pounds. We'll try to listen for our first name. It's either Antonio or DeAndre out of Harding. Both seniors. Oxford looking to run in the front head. I'd like to have seen him run that with a little more authority. Oxford does score on the front head, 2-0 now. Tilt. still 2-0. 46 seconds to go here in the first period, 170 pounds. We go out of bounds. We get a restart with 15 seconds to go here in the first. Oxford looking for a chin drop. Doesn't get. Now he's looking for McCarty. He's got that locked up. He's got to stretch him out. He's got to stretch him out. There he goes. Should have just gotten two. He does. So it'll be 4-0 going into the second period here at 170 pounds. Raiders commanding lead. Duel's already over. 48-0. Second period, 170, Oxford, 4-0 lead. Oxford up to his feet, looking for the escape. What Dima was trying there. He turns the wrong way. No reversal given yet. There it is. 6-0 now. Oxford looking for a cradle. He's got to get his head in the side. Oxford gives up his own reversal, 6-2. Dima looking for that spladle, but not getting it. .35 seconds to go here in the second. Still 6-2 in favor of Oxford. Thank you.
Sit.
And Dima gets a reversal with 10 seconds to go. It takes an 8-2 lead. Should be way we end the second period here at 170 pounds, and it is. Harding's choice, going to start on bottom. .83 now in favor of Oxford.
Down in your stance now, come on. This is not his good position here.
Dima goes for the throw, gets it, 10-3. Oxford looking for the fall here. There it is. There it is. Dima Oxford wins by fall over St. Paul Harding. 54-0 now in favor of your Raiders. Bring up 182 pounds. Again, Harding's got two wrestlers listed. at 182. So we'll try to catch a first name. Didn't catch one in the last match. But for the Raiders, we got third-ranked senior Derek Schindler coming out. Dima goes to 2-0 on the day. Schindler looking to go 2-0 on the day himself. Schindler in on a single. Switches to a double, and we scramble out of bounds, no score. Schindler in, nice looking low single. Driving, trying to turn the corner, does. 2-0 in favor of Schindler. Schindler goes right to a standing cradle. Take his time. Near fall coming. Schindler looking for the fall here. He's got to turn his hips up. 5-0 now in favor of Schindler. The final 25 seconds. Derek running a half. See if he can use it. We've been begging for it all tournament. Haven't gotten it yet. Now he's going into cross-face cradle. Got to post the knee, head to the knee. That's how the first ends. 5-0 in favor of Schindler. Harding's choice. Harding looks to be maybe hurt. No. Derek's going to start down. Derek does get a reversal, 7-0 now with a minute 38 to go in the second. Trying to, oh, now he goes right into a cradle. This ought to do it here. Derek's got that awful tight. Derek Schindler wins by fall over St. Paul Harding. Not sure who it was. That makes the team score 60-0 now. Bring up 195 pounds, where I believe Harding's going to be sending out senior Todd Fairbanks to take on sophomore Max Gerke for your Raiders.
I grabbed a hold of his sore finger.
Shame on him.
Yeah, Derek said enough of that. Didn't you know? You see the look on his face?
Well, Derek goes to 2-0. Max looking to go 2-0 himself here. tries to go to the Russian, but he's got to get hip to hip on that. None of our guys, we're not seeing anybody get hip to hip and get that head position. You want your forehead in the guy's temple and your hip on his hip, whatever arm you got. I can jack that up, throw him by. Jack that up, throw him by.
Anything you want right there, Max. I see.
Boy, the slide by's right there.
Back to that underhook, Max. Max, anything you want right there. Max.
And we'll get a restart with 59 seconds to go here in the first. Turkey drops down to a single, switches to a double, gets takedown, looks for the half. Hey, we got a half! We got a half Nelson. Turkey does get 2 near fall. Got to be careful here. Leading 4-0, 1 not 2. Going to give up 1, 4-1 now. 10 seconds to go in this first period, 195 pounds. Drag him by. We're just a half a step behind a lot of these moves. And that's how the first ends. Gerke has a 4-1 lead. The first. Fairbanks is going to start down. Looks like we're going neutral, but I think Hansen thinks, Coach Hansen, believes the score is 6-1 instead of 4-1 over at the scorer's table. Looks like Coach Hansen's going to lose that argument. Looks like it's going to stay at 4-1. It's going to be 4-2. I think Max is going to stand him up. Nope, thought he was. Now it's 4-2. Fairbanks goes in looking for a single. Gerke trying to sprawl. He can't hip in. He's got to be careful. Now you can hip in a little bit with a crossface. There you go. 6-2. Gerke trying to break him down, gets out in front of the arms. That's never good position. Get a restart with 1 minute and 1 second to go here in the second at 195. Now Gerke's going to stand him up, 6-3. Fairbanks hits a nice throw. Gerke coming into him hard. Got Gerke in a lot of trouble on his back here. A lot of time on the clock too. Max has got to fight this off. There it is. Fairbanks of St. Paul Harding gets their first win of this duel with a pin over Max Gerke. Team score now is 660-6. It's going to bring up 220 pounds. For St. Paul Harding should be sitting out Abraham Merlot taking on 9th ranked junior out of Hudson, Elliot Motu. All right, 220 pounds. 3 matches left in this duel. Merlot goes in looking for a shot. Motu goes behind and gets the first 2 points of this match. I'm sorry. Elliot looking to break down Merlot. Now looks to be maybe trying to dig an arm out. Now into a far side cradle. Cross-face cradle, far side cradle. Minute left in the match. Does lock up the cradle. Motu looking to go 2-0 and 2 falls. There it is. Elliot Motu wins by fall over Abraham Merlot of St. Paul Harding. 66-6 now. Favor of the Raiders brings up heavyweight. Harding does not have anybody listed, but they do have somebody at the scorer's table. I believe we will see a heavyweight match. Drops down looking for a single on Tobin. Tobin sprawling, cross facing, looking for an arm bundle. Looking for 2 and the fall. Does get the 2, 2-0. Matthias looking to go 2-0, and I think he's got pinned the first match too, wasn't it? Harding trying to get parallel, which is what you want to do when he's got his arms locked. You want to get parallel and roll Tobin through. Tobin's got to realize that and watch where his hips are. I'd like to see Matthias get his right leg out of there. He's in danger of getting rolled through. Now he gets the frog legs in. He's got to come in with an underhook here. Underhook with his left arm. Down to 25 seconds. Matthias working hard for the fall here. There it is. Matthias Tobin wins by fall over St. Paul Harding heavyweight. 72-6 now in favor of Raiders. Brings up 106 pounds, and it looks like St. Paul Harding is going to forfeit. So Mitch Fanning from your Raiders will take a forfeit. Final team score, your Hudson Raiders St. Paul Harding duel is 78-6. Next up for the Raiders, I believe, is Stillwater. Yep. So hopefully in about a half hour or so, we'll be watching the Raiders take on Stillwater right across the river. And nice little rivalry we got going with them. See you soon. All right, here we are back at the 2012 Hudson Invite. Raiders getting set to go with their 3rd duel of this 4-duel tournament for the Raiders. Currently, Hudson is 2-0. They beat Pem out of Minnesota, Division II school out of Minnesota in the opening round, and they beat St. Paul Harding in the second round. Next up for the Raiders is Stillwater, right across the river. Stillwater they're not ranked or in the lean and mean, but they do have 3 ranked kids on their team. And the first one should be at 32. But here we go, we're starting the duel at 120 pounds. We should have junior Gage Laborges. We'll go with Laborges. Junior out of Stillwater taking on senior Nick Nelson. Nelson on single gets the first 2 points of this Hudson Stillwater duel. Nelson's going to cut him. Now he gets away. 2-1 favor Nelson. Nelson in on a nice little ankle pick. He should switch off to a double here, work up the hip. Gets his 2, 4-1. Nelson throws in the leg. Nelson had a nice cross-face body ride going there, and he just kind of let him roll right through it. Nelson looking for a near side cradle. Nelson trying to dig an arm out here, trying to work, looking like a guillotine. Now he takes the leg out, goes for a deep waist ride. He's got the far arm. See what he's going to do with this. Nelson trying to bar up right on the edge of the mat, not in a good position to get a turn going that way. He'd have to go with his left arm bar. And that's how the first period ends. Nick Nelson has a 4-1 lead and choice. Defers. Stillwater is going to choose neutral. Nelson comes in hard with a collar tie, running the front head, trying to do the go behind. Didn't quite have the crossface. He got a crossface. Crossface there hard. Now he secures a 6-1 lead with 1:43 to go in the second here. Opening match of this Hudson Stillwater duel. Nick's got to flatten this guy out. Riding legs don't work so well when your opponent's in his base position. Nelson looking for a guillotine here, but Stillwater's in a good power base position. Makes it very difficult to do. Now he's looking for a banana splits. And we get a stalling on Nelson. Minute 9 to go here in the second. Nelson looking for an arm bundle. He's got to come around and grab the elbow. Or bar it up. That works too. Nelson has near fall coming, looking for the fall. If he can secure this, that'd make the third straight duel we opened with a fall. He's got to get on his toes, get off his knees, get all that weight chest to chest here. He's got to get up higher and get off those knees. Nelson has a 6-1 lead right now, 25 seconds to go. Nelson's working, but he's got to get some weight up on the chest. All his weight were on his hips, which are 3 feet away from where they needed to be. But at the end of the second, Nelson has a 9-1 lead.
Great arm buckle.
The Bagoras, that's how you say it, starts the third on bottom. Nelson currently has a major decision. Now Stillwater gets dinged for a stalling warning. Nelson goes right back into that banana splits, and he's actually going to get it. There it is. He's done. That's a pin. There it is. Nick Nelson wins by fall over Stillwater. Nice start for your Hudson Raiders. That's 3 duels in a row here at the tournament today. The Raiders have started the duel off with a pin. Next up, we're going to be at 126, where I think Stillwater is going to be sending out fresh.
Wade Hall.
Wade Hall?
Yep.
Wade Hall.
Senior Wade Hall.
Stillwater is going to be sending out Wade Hall, senior, to take on Hudson's, should be freshman Sawyer Massey. Yep, I see Sawyer now. So we got another senior freshman. Seconds into this 126-pound weight class, no points scored yet. Been wrestling pretty much all of it on the edge. You need to learn to circle. Sawyer can dictate that too. Now Hall in looking for a double, switching to a single on Massey. Massey wizarding hard. He's got to get his hips back. Now he's got a crossface. And Massey gets the first takedown of this match. Massey doing a nice job. That's exactly how we want to ride our opponents. We want them broken down with their belly on the mat. So they're looking to, trying to dig out an arm. Approaching the end of the first. That's the end of the first. Massey has a 2-0 lead. Hall out of Stillwater is going to defer in the second here. Massey will go down to start the second period, 126-pound weight class. Massey gets the escape, 3-0 now. I think the next two weight classes we're going to see ranked wrestlers out of Stillwater. Looks like they're bumping up a little bit. trying to get favorable matchups, I would presume. They threw out a senior against our freshman, thinking the senior would take our freshman, but hasn't worked that way so far. Sawyer looking to go 2-1 on the day. And we go out of bounds again with a restart. Still 3-1, minute 16 to go in second period. All in, looking for a single. Massey doing a good job of sprawling and cross-facing. Should be able to get behind and does. 5-0 now in favor of Massey. 5-1 now in favor of Massey. Out of bounds we go with 32 seconds to go in the second. Still 5-1 in favor of Massey. Final seconds of the second period winding down here. And that's the end of the second. Massey takes a 5-1 lead going into the third. Should be Stillwater's choice. Stillwater's going to go neutral. Massey up by 4. I'd like to see him get a few takedowns here and push this match into a major decision. And we get a stalling on Hall out of Stillwater. Just the first one. Stalling on Massey. Now each wrestler's been warned. Now I don't know why Dave warned Massey on that one, but unless he was thinking he's just been pushing him out of bounds. Massey in looking for a fireman's. Got to cover with the right. Keep that arm. Take that into an arm bundle or into a half. Massey up by a score of 7-1. He's got a 6-point lead. We need to get 2 more to put it into a major decision here. And he's got 48 seconds to get 2 more points here. Getting to the stage in the match where we may have to think about cutting him and taking him down for that major decision. Down to our final 25 seconds. Massey still needs 2 to get into a major here. We all know how important team points are. We're getting close here. There you go. Got our 2 points. Might even get our fall. Better yet. We're going out of bounds, but we will get the major decision. 4 seconds left. The score now is 10-1. That's probably going to be the way it ends. And that's how it ends. Freshman Sawyer Massey wins by a score of 10-1 over senior. I think it was Dylan Hall out of Stillwater. That'll bring up 132 pounds, where the Raiders are going to send out junior CJ Steiner. Steiner is, 1-2 on the day? No, 1-1 on the day. And they've been bumping some people around, so we'll have to try to find out who Stillwater's sending. Stillwater, who are you sending out there? Wood? Jason Wood. All right. Jason Wood is listed at 126, freshman for Stillwater. He is now up at 132, taking on junior CJ Steiner for the Raiders. Wood in on the leg on Steiner, and we get a potential. We'll get a restart. Minute 42 to go here in the first period. 132 pounds. Raiders up by a score of 10-0. CJ's going to get taken down here. Got to get his hips away. CJ does a nice job of wizarding out of that. Minute into this 132-pound match, still no score between Steiner and Wood out of Stillwater. Steiner in on a single. You can't sit there. You can't sit there. Now he's got to come up high.
There you go.
And we're going to get an illegal move. Scissoring the head.
Got 1-3. Back up, both up. Both up.
Steiner now leads by a score of 1-0. Figure forward the head. Actually scissors the head, not figure forward. Down to 25 seconds to go here in the first. Steiner up 1-0. Takedown to be big here in this match. Steiner trying to work a Russian.
Just like we like.
And that's how the first ends. Steiner will take a 1-0 lead and choice. Steiner the first. Wood's going down. Be careful of the Granby roll here. And we get a restart with 1:36 to go in the second here. Wood does gain the escape with a minute to go in the second. 1-1, all tied up here. CJ's got a crossface here, crossface and spin. He didn't react quick enough, allowing Wood. We'll get a restart, 46 seconds to go. CJ looking for a nice looking high crotch. He's got to keep walking around, turn that corner, turn that corner, turn that corner. Nicely done. 3-1 now with 30 seconds to go in the second. We're down to the final 13 seconds. Steiner's got to ride him tough. We don't want to give up a point at the end of the period. Nice job by Steiner to roll with it. Coach Hansen shouting out instructions. Good words of wisdom. We don't stall on the bottom, we stall on our feet. I haven't either, but I like it. You can make it look a lot better from your feet than you can the bottom.
In other words, he wants him to get a point.
Yeah, he wants to get out. Wood throwing in the legs. CJ needs to work back into his base. Warning on Steiner. Wood looking to be, Wood trying to do a crossface cradle here. Down under the final minute. Yep. Oh, he's up to his, got one leg up. Got to come up. Control that hand. Control that right hand. Hip in, he's got to gain space. There's potentially dangerous. Down the final 20 seconds. Wood still trying to turn Steiner here. Steiner has been warned for stalling. Been active enough since the stalling warning. He just can't go to his back here in the final seconds. Wood's trying hard. And that's how it's going to end. CJ Steiner goes to 2-1 on the day with a 3-1 win over freshman Jason Wood out of Stillwater. That'll give the Raiders a 13-0 lead going into 138 pounds. Or we'll see who Stillwater's sending out. Jordan. We got senior Andy Jordan. Oh, they flipped. Austin Jordan, 138. Stillwater sending out senior Austin Jordan. to take on junior Nick Nelson for your Raiders. Now, Austin Jordan is a 6th ranked wrestler in AAA, Minnesota, at 132, wrestling up a weight class. So Austin is ranked 6th at 132 and has a 2-0 lead here. Nick 2-0 on the day, looking to go 3-0. Got to be a good win for him, knocking off the 6th ranked kid out of Stillwater. We'll see if he's got it in him here today. Jordan looking for a 2-on-1 tilt. Did get 2. 4-0 now in favor of Jordan out of Stillwater. Johnson up to his feet. Jordan looking to cradle up Johnson. Edge of the mat, we should get a restart. Now we get a restart with 26 seconds to go here in the first period.
We got 2 tilts, so it's 6.
What's that?
We got 2 tilts, so it's 6-0.
Oh, 6-0. I missed the tilt. Stillwater looking to get their first team points of this duel. Johnson up, he's got to circle in. Got to stay up and circle in here. Try to score one at the end. And come up with his right arm here and cover the hip. That's how the first ends. Jordan has a 6-0 lead over Johnson. Johnson's choice is going to go down, start second period. Sixth ranked kid. Hey Chris, Hanson. Johnson does get the escape, 6-1 now. See if Johnson get a takedown here and pull halfway. Let's get half those points back right here. Johnson looks for the Japanese arm throw. I come back up. No takedown yet. Johnson's got to keep that left leg away. Still no takedown. Grab an ankle, grab an ankle, grab an ankle. Turn. Still no points here.
Back onto him.
No. And there's the 2 right on the edge of the mat with 30 seconds going to second. 8-1 now in favor of Jordan. Johnson up to his feet quickly, nicely, trying to create space. Jordan drops back down to his ankles. restart with 13 seconds left. We got a caution on Johnson there, or no, Jordan there. That's the end of the second. Jordan's going to take an 8-1 lead going into the third, and choice.
Thanks for wrestling a hard match.
Jordan's going to go down. Jordan up to his feet quickly. Johnson drops back down to a leg. Johnson gets the leg in, see if he can do anything with it. First two matches, Johnson with the legs in. I don't think he's been able to turn anybody yet today with it. Turn in the 6th-ranked kid in the big schools of Minnesota to be a good start, though.
Not happening.
Not going to happen. Jordan gets a reversal, 10-1 now. That's stalling on Jordan on the bottom. He's got to look to improve when he's dropped down on that ankle there. Minute 11 to go here in the match. 138 pounds. Jordan still in control. Cover, he's got to cover, he's got to cover. Johnson does a nice job getting a reversal here. 10-3 now, that puts it into a decision. Now he's got to ride him out or turn him. We're under a major decision. I'd like to see him keep it that way. I don't know if he can, but it'd be an accomplishment for Johnson to keep this to a decision rather than a major. Johnson trying to run the bar, looking for that far wrist. Jordan just got his second stalling call, so Johnson's got a down by 6 now, trying to run that bar and turn him. Just keep working it, keep walking it. And that's how it ends. Austin Jordan of Stillwater wins by a score of 10-4 over Nick Johnson. That'll give Stillwater their first team points. Team score now is 13-3, bringing up 145 pounds. Where I don't know who we're going to see. For sure we're going to see junior Cal Johnson for Hudson.
Andy Jordan.
Andy Jordan. Twin brother, I'm guessing. Quadruplets. There's 4 of them. How come there's only 2 on the team? Oh. So Andy and Austin flip-flop weight classes here. So senior Andy Jordan is going to be taking on junior Cal Johnson. Now Austin's ranked 6th, Andy is not ranked. Jordan in quickly on Johnson. Johnson trying to re-switch, got to keep moving. And Jordan does secure the first 2 points. 2-0 now in favor of Jordan out of Stillwater.
It was Johnson, Jordan last
Yeah.
Sounds like a skit on Saturday night.
Yeah. Johnson up to his feet. Jordan picks him up, takes him out of bounds. Get a restart with a minute 22 to go here in the first. 145 pounds. Raiders with a 13-3 lead thus far through 4 matches. Hudson looking to go 3-0 on the day. Stillwater is, I think they're 1-1. That should be 2. That's 2. Johnson gets a reversal, ties this match up with a minute to go here in the first. 2-2 apiece. Cal's got to come with a forearm in the back of the head there. Look for a power half, something. And we get a stalemate with 37 seconds left here in the first period.
Andy, right away.
Johnson running deep waist, trying to dig a bar out. Now he's looking for wrist control. Cal needs to ride him tough here, ride him tough, ride him out the final 14 seconds of this first period. We want to be giving up points at the end of the periods. All your listeners know how much I love to see that. Johnson running a nice bar there. Oh, I wish we had more time. He had that in nice and deep. Swimming to that far wrist. Looking for choice. Looks like Johnson has choice. Going down. Second period all tied up. 2 apiece here. That don't look like health food to me. That don't look like health food to me. All right, Johnson was able to reverse Jordan in the first period. Let's see if he can do the same thing here in the second period. Johnson up to his feet, look for anchor. He's got to step over with that right leg. Step over with that right leg. If he can get a hold of a wrist control here, it should be 2. Jordan was able to get 2 near fall out of that. Minute 15 to go in the second. Jordan out of Stillwater leads 4-2. Jordan trying to dig out an arm. Johnson hipping the way up to his base. And we're going to restart with 47 seconds left. Johnson trying to come out the back door here and does. Gets a reversal with 17 seconds to go to tie it up. Oh, I don't know why he's going out front like that for it. Don't want to see that at the end of the period. Just ride him out. Stay back and ride him out. And that ends the second. Just like it ended the first, we're knotted up 4 apiece this time. Oh, right into a half right there would have been so nice. Jordan hits a Granby roll. Johnson now trailing 6-4. I don't think we got a near fall. We got 2 near fall. Now Jordan's up 8-4 with 1:47 to go in the match. trying to throw the legs in. Johnson does his own Granby roll. We get a stalemate and restart, minute 32 to go. Jordan up 8-4 over Johnson. Johnson looking for a switch. Jordan switches back. Johnson switches back. Johnson get that left leg of Jordan and elevate that leg. Keep Jordan on his hip. No change yet. Jordan appears to have a bar on Johnson. And we get another stalemate with a minute 5 to go. Jordan throwing in the leg, if he can catch an arm here. He's got to go into a half. Johnson's got to just swim to that far wrist, swim to that far wrist. Johnson trailing by a score 8-6. Under 30 seconds. Cal's got to turn him here. We got to get a 2 count to send this into overtime. And we get a restart with 14 seconds. Johnson looking to throw McCarty in here. And that's how it's going to end. Andy Jordan of Stillwater wins by a score of 8-6 over Cal Johnson. Stillwater wins its second match of this duel. 13-6 now for the Raiders. And that brings up 152 pounds, where we're going to see 10th ranked Austin Koski at 145, wrestling 52 this match. I believe taking on junior Colin Olson. Yep, it is Colin. I just heard the bench say Colin. Koski in on an elbow tie. See what he can do with this elbow tie. Takes the elbow tie down into single. Goes behind. Just got to take him to the mat. Work up. Koski 2-0 lead. Koski lets him go. 2-1. Koski with another takedown. 4-1.
That David Power.
4-2 now. Koski trying to run a front head here. Koski went for a head and arm, but totally missed the head badly. Gives up a takedown to tie it up with 43 seconds to go in the first. We're going to restart, 35 seconds. Koski up to his feet, gets the escape, 5-4 now with 20 seconds to go. We got 3 seconds to go. First period, Koski with a 5-4 lead. Koski looking to go 3-0 on the day. And that's the end of the first. 5-4 Koski. Olson's choice, and he'll start the second period on bottom. Koski cuts him, 5-5. Koski looking for a single on the edge. We go out of bounds with a minute 30, get a restart. Still 5-5. All knotted up here in the second period at 152 pounds. Koski in on the Russian, drops down to a single. Switches to a double, and they roll out of bounds, and we're back neutral. Koski hits a head and arm, does get the takedown, 7-5 now. Koski looking for the fall. He has secured 3 near falls, so it is 10-5 at worst here. Koski looking to put Olson out of Stillwater away here. He's got 45 seconds yet to do it. Got to bring him back here. And we get a potentially dangerous. 10-5, 37 seconds to go in the second. Six now. See if Koski can get another takedown. If you're going to cut him, you better take him down before the end of that period. Koski in on the single. Goes behind. He's got to finish here. There's 2. 12-6 now in favor of Koski. That ends the second. Koski with a 12-6 lead and choice, I think. Yep. Gonna go down. Koski quickly up to his feet. Looking for hand control. Olson drops to an ankle. Koski looking for the escape. Now he's got it. And he gets a reversal. 14-6 now. We're into our major decision. Koski can pull him on the mat. Unable to do it, we get the restart and an escape. 14-7 now. Now Koski has to get another takedown to get that major decision back. Koski goes for the big throw, gets his takedown, looking for more. $16-7, 19-7, 19-7. 3 near fall would be a tech. Don't look like he's going to get it. And that's how it's going to end. Austin Koski of Hudson wins by a score of 19-7.